welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the past to uncover some of the most fascinating stories from history. From peculiar wars to inexplicable events, we'll journey through time to unearth tales that seem almost too incredible to be true. These are the forgotten narratives, the bizarre incidents, and the astonishing feats that lie hidden within the grand tapestry of human history. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss these incredible tales. The year is 1932. The outback of Western Australia shimmers beneath a relentless sun. But this is no ordinary summer. This is a time of conflict, a time when the Australian army found themselves locked in a bizarre war against emus. Imagine, if you will, these large, flightless birds, their feathers ruffled, their gaze unwavering, standing in defiance of the Australian military might. It began as a simple mission, you see. The emus, numbering in their thousands, were wreaking havoc on farmers' crops. The solution? Dispatch soldiers armed with Lewis guns, light machine guns capable of firing over 500 rounds per minute. Surely a simple solution to a straightforward problem, but the emus, it turned out, were surprisingly resilient. Our journey now takes us to the cobblestone streets of Strasbourg in the year 1518. The air, usually filled with the sounds of commerce and conversation, is now consumed by the rhythmic thump of feet. It began with a single woman, Frau Troffier, stepping into the street and beginning to dance. Her movements, erratic and uncontrolled, seemed to grip the city. One by one, others joined her, their bodies overtaken by an irresistible urge to dance. Days turned into weeks and the dancing continued, an unrelenting frenzy that left its victims exhausted, yet unable to stop. Physicians were baffled, attributing the phenomenon to everything from hot blood to the wrath of God. But what truly sparked this strange and tragic episode? That, my friends, remains a mystery to this day. Boston, 1919. The air is thick with anticipation, a new year on the horizon, but on January 15th, this bustling city would be forever scarred by a disaster as bizarre as it was tragic. Imagine a towering tank filled to the brim with over 2 million gallons of molasses, the lifeblood of candies and confections. Now picture that tank, its rivets groaning under immense pressure, suddenly bursting forth, unleashing a wave of sticky, viscous molasses onto the unsuspecting streets below. A wave 25 feet high, moving faster than a person could run. The Great Molasses Flood, as it came to be known, tore through the city, engulfing everything in its path. Buildings were ripped from their foundations, horses and wagons tossed aside like toys. The air, once filled with the sweet scent of molasses, now carried the cries of the injured and the dying. Chapter 4, The Great Stink of 1858, when London's river became its enemy. The River Thames, the lifeblood of London, has witnessed empires rise and fall, but in the summer of 1858, this mighty river almost brought a nation to its knees. Imagine, if you will, the stench, a putrid, suffocating miasma, so overpowering that it drove residents to flee their homes, so pervasive that it even reached the hallowed halls of Parliament. This, my friends, was the Great Stink. London's sewage system, overwhelmed by the burgeoning population, had turned the Thames into a festering cesspool. The summer heat only amplified the stench, making life in the city unbearable. Parliament, forced to hang curtains soaked in chloride of lime to mask the smell, was finally spurred into action. The crisis led to the construction of London's modern sewage system, a testament to the power of even the most unpleasant historical events to drive change. Chapter 5, The Tunguska Event, the day the sky exploded. 1908, a remote corner of Siberia. The morning calm is shattered by an explosion, an event so powerful, so inexplicable that even today its true nature remains a subject of debate. Imagine a blinding flash, a column of fire rising miles into the sky, trees flattened like matchsticks over an area twice the size of London. The Tunguska event, as it came to be known, was like nothing ever witnessed before. Theories abound, each more intriguing than the last. Was it a comet, a meteor, or something even more extraordinary? Whatever its cause, the Tunguska event stands as a stark reminder of the immense power of the cosmos and the mysteries that still lie hidden within the vast expanse of space. Chapter 6. The War of the Stray Dog, a canine conflict that almost ignited a nation. In the annals of history, wars have been fought over land, resources and ideologies. But in 1925, a stray dog almost became the catalyst for a full-blown war between Greece and Bulgaria. It began simply enough with a Greek soldier's dog straying across the border into Bulgaria. When the soldier crossed after his canine companion, shots rang out and the soldier fell dead. What began as a seemingly insignificant border incident quickly escalated. Greece, outraged, issued an ultimatum and invaded Bulgarian territory. The League of Nations, still in its infancy, intervened, condemning the Greek invasion and demanding their withdrawal. In the end, cooler heads prevailed, and the War of the Stray Dog, as it became known, was averted. Chapter 7. The year is 897 AD. The setting, the Basilica of St. John Lateran in Rome. The event, a trial unlike any other, where the defendant was already dead. Pope Formosus, dead for 7 months, was placed on trial by his successor, Pope Stephen VI. Accused of perjury and violating canon law, Formosus's pontificate had been controversial, to say the least. But to put a dead pope on trial, that was unprecedented. Dressed in his papal vestments, Formosus's decomposing corpse was propped on a throne, a deacon appointed to answer for him. The trial itself was a sham, a macabre spectacle orchestrated by Stephen to discredit his predecessor. In the end, Formosus was found guilty. His papacy was declared null and void, his fingers of consecration chopped off, and his body tossed into the Tiber River. Chapter 8. The Miracle of the Sun, a heavenly display or mass illusion, Fatima, Portugal. October 13, 1917. Tens of thousands of pilgrims gather in a muddy field, their gazes fixed on the heavens. They had come to witness a miracle, a sign from God, as foretold by 3 shepherd children who claimed to have seen visions of the Virgin Mary. As the rain poured down, the children cried out, urging the crowd to look to the sky. And there, through the parting clouds, the sun appeared to dance. Witnesses described it as a spinning disc, changing colors, radiating heat, even plunging towards the earth before returning to its normal position. Was it a miracle, a divine intervention, or was it, as some scientists suggest, a mass illusion, a trick of light and perception? The miracle of the sun, as it came to be known, remains one of the most intriguing and debated events in religious history. Chapter 9. The Great Fire of London. From a baker's oven to a city in flames, London, 1666, a city of timber and thatch, ripe for disaster. And disaster struck in the early hours of September 2nd in a baker's shop on Pudding Lane. A spark, an ember, a forgotten flame, and soon fire engulfed the bakery. Fanned by strong winds, the fire quickly spread, a ravenous beast consuming all in its path. For 3 days and nights the great fire raged, turning London into a fiery inferno. By the time the last ember was extinguished, over 13,000 homes, 87 churches and countless businesses lay in ruins. Yet from the ashes of this tragedy, a new London emerged. A city rebuilt with wider streets, stricter building codes, and a newfound appreciation for the power of fire. Chapter 10. The Disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. Lost in the New World, 1587. The fledgling Roanoke colony on the shores of what is now North Carolina. A community of over 100 men, women and children seeking a new life in the New World. But 3 years later, when their governor returned from a supply trip to England, he found the colony deserted. The houses were intact, the belongings undisturbed, but the colonists themselves had vanished. The only clue? A single word carved into a post-Croatoan. What became of the Roanoke colonists? Did they fall victim to disease, starvation, or conflict with Native American tribes? Or did they, as some believe, integrate into the local native population? The mystery of the lost colony of Roanoke continues to fascinate and haunt us, a reminder of the unforgiving nature of the New World and the secrets that lie buried beneath the sands of time. Outro until next time. From the baffling to the tragic, the humorous to the downright bizarre, we've journeyed through some of history's most peculiar and captivating moments. These stories remind us that the past is more than just dates and textbooks. It's a tapestry woven with the threads of human experience, filled with tales as strange and wonderful as our imaginations allow. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing historical content. See you next time.